Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Trey Lance and the New Orleans Saints.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. And able to get this out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Throw left side, complete to Troutman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Lance now on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. B.J. Goodson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Lance. And he finds Fitzgerald. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time. And leading them out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 71 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time. Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So first and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here's Lance to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Lance looks to throw again. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. On 3rd down, Wilson. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson will throw again. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Wilson now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And they have been disruptive in the passing game, as we're going to see here.
And it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, you cover a guy in your area. And those windows that quarterbacks are seeking to throw into, they're closed in this case.
Yeah, they've been all over the place, knocking down pass after pass. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Lance. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Lance. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up second down. The Lance going to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Lance looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second and goal. Now Lance again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Now Lance on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. And you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. He'll check it down to Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That escapes the sack. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lance looking long for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Again, it's Lance. He's going to take another shot here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
What's up? I've been here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That would almost
sorry,
but
I'm
it's
in the game.
Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything.
Who got drum this time?
Right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again? Why is this one getting here? You got drama.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a visiting. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Did you say a woman with a
The
beard?
Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter.
Agree with
And
what?
they're still
Wait,
very much in this game, although
what
they
am I
do
missing?
trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more.
Here we
but
go.
I established the running game.
Lucky Bill's in
they
the
kind
chat.
of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
With what? You?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that was going to be off
I
target and
missed something.
incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. And that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league. And every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of.
On first down, Wilson. Throw complete to Herndon.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's complete to Cole. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Can I interrupt?
There are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think
You know me trying to, because I take from the hip what I just walked into. You know me. If you say don't speak, I won't speak.
On first down, it's Bell, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down
sure?
at the 26.
You know me, because I don't hold back. I'm not
getting after it.
I'm not sis.
Much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last
because
play,
he's saying, and you saying you'll be friends. My opinion, you don't want to beat him at all. Point blank. There's no ands, no buts about it. That is what I'm hearing in your voice. I'm saying right now. I'm telling you, and I don't know what's going on at all, but in your voice, that's what coming across from me from the jump. I'm just saying.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
But I'm saying I just walked into this conversation. But I'm saying what I'm hearing from you, that's what I'm hearing.
Kick is good.
Right now, that's all I'm hearing. I may be wrong, but I'm telling you, that is what I'm hearing.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the attention.
Are you on the same town? Are you on the same town?
Possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, sis.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Do you see my message?
7 yards the pick up there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays
is
the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. 23 yards the pick up there.
Get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver, they get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Here's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. The thing that they'll be looking at is the spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Wilson on 1st down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go out near midfield at the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA. Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Caught here by Bell. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
on the ground. Kamara. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And quickly, they get to the line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Wilson finding Crowder there, 1st down, New York.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wilson will throw again. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis contend just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson finding Herndon, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And, oh, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got the tight end, Benet. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Kamara. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our